Okay, so we have here another topic, or our first topic about the on static about rigid bodies is the vector components. So to understand more about the vector components, what is really mean by this is we have here an illustration. Illustration number 1, we have here a Cartesian plane. And then yung Cartesian plane natin ito. Tapos, okay. And then we have here another force. Force, ito yung force niya. Yung arrow niya is papunta doon. That is 200 kilonewton. And we have here is angle of 30 degrees. So, in order for us to solve this one, is kukunin natin yung component niya along x, and along y. Okay? So, ganito yung mangyayari sa kanya. So, we have here a px and then the py, or the component nitong p. Nitong force, kukunin natin yung component niya, tatawagin natin px, and then is p sub y, or p sub x and p sub y. Okay. So, paano naman mangyayari na ganito lang yung magiging itsura niya? Okay, kung familiar kayo doon sa closed polygon method na discuss doon sa ating physics, is ano nyo to na mas maintindihan nyo lalo to pag medyo nagigets nyo yung sa physics nyo ang na topic. Okay, so gawin natin ganito. So, ibig sabihin, nagkamaroon tayong closed polygon. So, yung pinakamabisang closed polygon na magagawa natin is itong triangle. Close na siya, ibig sabihin wala na siyang butas. So, kaya triangle yung pinakamainam na gawin nating polygon kasi madali lang siya isolve using trigonometry. If you're familiar sa trigonometry, yung SOHCAHTOA, so malaki yung gamit niyan dito sa ating vector components, or kahit dito sa statics and rigid bodies. So malaki yung ambag ng trigonometry dito. Okay, so yung trigonometry is, sabihin natin, pag cosine, that is the opposite, the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So that's why cosine theta, or itong angle na yan, is px over the hypotenuse, kasi ito yung adjacent na px. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong px is equal to p cosine theta. So, we are going to substitute the value of your p, and then you're going to substitute the value of your angle. Okay? So, we have here another our answer of 173.205 for your px, p sub x. Ito na yun. Nakuha na natin siya yung kanyang component along x. Ibig sabihin, yan yung magiging pwersa niya along x. Okay, how about for py? Yung py naman, that is sine theta is equal to py over p. Kaya sine, kasi opposite. Sine is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. Opposite over the hypotenuse. Okay? So, py, that is equal to p sine theta. So, 200 sine 30. And we have the answer of 100 kilonewton. So, ibig sabihin, yung py niya, yung persa niya, kung papataas siya, that is, kung vertical talaga, is 100 kilonewton lang. Hindi na siya 200 kilonewton. So, ibig sabihin, mas malakas yung impact niya along x. Mas malakas yung impact niya along x kasi 173. Almost 200 kilonewton pa din siya. So, ganyan yung pagsusolve natin sa ating vector components. To understand more about these vector components, we have here another example. So, we have here, dito naman is 120 kilonewton and angle naman niya is 50 degree. Ito naman is papuntang left, going up, but going to the left. left side, upward left. So, paano naman yan? So, gawa ulit tayo ng components. So, ito yung magiging components niya. After natin makagawa ng components, makagawa ng ganyan na arrow, i-close polygon natin. So, yun na yung mangyayari sa kanyang close polygon. And then, pag nakagawa na tayo ng triangle, so madali na natin isosolve yan using trigonometry. Okay? So, your px that is equal to negative 68.829. So, baka i-compute nyo to sa yung calculator, hindi yan lalabas na negative. Walang negative doon na lalabas sa calculator nyo. Kaya yung px dito is negative kasi going to the left. Yun yung nagiging sign convention natin. Pag going to the left, that is negative. Pag going to down, that is negative. Ito, pataas, positive. Papuntang right is positive. So, yung px natin is papunta doon. So, kaya negative yung magiging sign convention natin. Okay? I hope na gets nyo yan. So, what is your py naman? Yung py mo naman using sign, that is 98.298. So, pataas kasi yung py mo. Pataas kasi siya. Kaya, positive yung answer natin, yung value niya. Okay? I hope you get that, what I am trying to say. Okay, so ito naman. Meron tayong ditong force P na 500 kN and we have 20 degree. So, ito, isosolve natin to using, by ganun pa din. Components pa din. So, yun. Gumawa tayo ng components. Ito, malaki. So, it doesn't matter kung ano yung pag-aaraw mo, Kung gagawa ka ng araw na malaki, walang problema na sa sayo na yan. As long as you are satisfying the drawing. Dapat ito, masatisfied yung drawing mo na mag-close talaga siya. Walang problema doon. Okay, so dito, may na naman tayong triangle. Yan. So, dito pala, baka isipin nyo na pag px, di ba? Pag px, laging cosine. So, dito lang yan nangyari sa ating problem kasi yung angle natin is along x. Kaya yung px natin, pag sinabi natin cosine, that is adjacent over the hypotenuse. Pero pag dito naman yung angle mo, pag dito yung angle mo, mag-iiba naman yung triangle mo kasi pupunta na yan dito. No? Dito naman yung triangle mo. Parang ito na yung magiging triangle mo. Tapos ito na yung angle mo. So, ito naman yung magiging adjacent mo. Yung py na yan. Ito naman yung y. Ito naman yung x. So, ganun naman yung magiging orientation niya. Kaya, hindi ibig sabihin na px is equal to cosine lagi. Depende yan sa orientation ng angle mo. Basta ibig sabihin ng pag cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse. Pag sine, opposite over hypotenuse. Yun lang yung yung dapat mong tandaan. So, your px that is negative kasi yung px mo is papunta doon sa left side. Okay, how about for your py? Your py naman, we have your negative 171.01. So, ibig sabihin, pababa. Pababa kasi siya, pababa yung py mo. Baka magtaka kayo, baka i-compute nyo yan sa calculator nyo, hindi naman lumalabas na negative. Walang negative na lumabas doon sa calculator nyo. So, tayo na lang gagawa nito na negative, tapos ito negative. Kasi depende yan sa orientation ng arrows mo, kung saan tutungo. Okay? Okay, we have here a last example or last illustration. We have 800 kilonewton and your angle is 40 degree. Okay? So, walang problema na naman. Gawa ulit tayo ng... Wag lang kayong tamarin sa paggawa nitong illustration ng px and py or sa iba tinatawag itong free body diagram. Kasi ito lang yung magiging takbuhan natin, yung magiging reference point natin. Ulit-ulitin mo yan man. Kahit ulit-ulitin mo yan, okay lang. Kasi at least sure ka sa mangyayari kaysa naman sa wala talaga. So, yan, may triangle na naman tayo. Kasi hindi ka makakagawa ng triangle kung hindi mo talaga i-drawing yan. Kasi pwede kang malito or iba yung angle na nakukuha mo pag hindi ka gumawa ng free body diagram. Kaya mas mainam talaga na marunong kang gumawa ng free body diagram or mag-close polygon method ka para at least sure yung sagot mo. Or ibig sabihin ba nasa tamang landas ka. Yun. Okay, so your PX naman is 800 and then cosine 40. That is 612. So dito positive na siya kasi papunta na siyang right side. Papunta na siyang right side. Okay. Dito naman is yung PY natin is negative kasi pababa na siya. Pababa, di ba? Kaya ganun yung pagsusub natin. So tandaan nyo that sine is not always PY and cosine is not always PX. Basta yung tatandaan nyo, dapat sine is equal to the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. Opposite side nitong angle mo. Kung ito yung kinukuha mong angle dito na side, yung opposite niyan, ito. Ano? Opposite. And then kung ito naman, ito yung adjacent niya. Basta yung denominator niya lagi is your hypotenuse. Your hypotenuse. Yun yung dapat mong tandaan dito sa vector components. Okay, I hope na may natutunan kayo dito sa ating problem na ito.